This cart is freaking awesome. You can get them on Amazon. I forgot what it's called, but it's a 12 drawer cart. The top is metal, and it's got big and little drawers. Pretty cool. So this is the tomoquads Micro 2. A lot of you know about the Micro 1 because it was so awesome. I have some of the skirts from the Micro 1 version 1. But this is the Micro 2, and it is a teeny tiny bit bigger. I don't even know if it is bigger. It might just be the design is different, but now you can do 2-inch props, no problem. On the original Micro, it was 1.9 props, 1.9 inch, and even those barely fit. I mean, you had to do a lot of trimming to a lot of props, and it was a pain in the ass. So, and then the other huge thing about this is it takes a micro swift or a micro arrow. What I was grabbing out of here though was there is different 3D printed parts that you can print. It comes with 4 feet, the antenna holders, and then the kind of camera protector thing. I think that's what it is. It protects the camera, although the camera does stick out even with it all the way slid back, so you can see the camera can be slid forward and backwards. It's all the way back right now and the lens barely sticks out. And then to hold this piece in is just a screw on each side. You can just find 2 little screws. They're smaller than M2. And then the print, like I said, just comes with this, and 4 feet. I got a bunch of different ones. I got light blue, green, white. I got a lot of 3D printed parts. Stuff I probably won't even ever use. Anyway, back to the Micro. So let's see, get a measurement here. So we got 95 millimeters motor to motor. I thought it was smaller than that for some reason, but anyway. So 95 motor to motor. It is, I believe it's 3 millimeters thick. Oh no, 2.5. 2.5 millimeters thick. Try to fix this. So 2.5 millimeters thick. The top plate is 1.5 millimeters thick. It does come with aluminum standoffs. Comes with these orange textured ones, which they're pretty cool, pretty nice, good quality, super duper light. Love aluminum. But I had these green ones. They're 25 millimeter, and they fit perfect. So get these at Multi-Rotor Mania. They have pretty much every well, they don't have every color. They have a few choices. If you're wanting to get a lot of different colors of standoffs, I would check out Rotor Geeks. They have a lot of them. A lot of different colors that Multi-Rotor Mania doesn't have. So you get the frame, the top plate, the standoffs, and then you get all the hardware. You get the nylon screws. I think you get some long screws to make your stack with, and then like spacers and whatnot. You get everything you need to get going. So pretty sweet frame. I love Tomo's carbon. Tomo's carbon is like the best, you know. I mean, It didn't used to be. I don't know. He must have changed who he got his carbon from, because now it's just excellent carbon fiber, and I don't know. I just love it. It looks great, and it's pretty durable. I have seen people breaking frames of his, but I've never broken one personally, and I've owned a lot of them. I've had like 3 Predators, 3 CS110s, one of these, a Mikro, CSX, XBL2. Never broke any of them. In this one I have the Omnibus F3 V2. I have Cicada 10 amp 4-in-1, Swift Micro VTX03, and I got some DYS 1104 10,000 kV. And these pretty sweet little motor mount dampeners, whatever, vibration dampeners. These are the best ones I've ever seen, and Raycon makes them, and you can get them at Heli Nation. They have like every color, so you can match your quad, you know, and they are really nice, really good quality. Tomo makes some too. I don't know, he gives them away sometimes with his frames, and they're nice too, but these ones are cut to match the bottom of these motors, so they're pretty awesome. And you can get all different colors. Tomo, I've only seen him send black, so. This frame is so awesome. I'm not going to add any flight video or anything, because I've already posted a couple videos of me flying this quad, and I love this thing. I absolutely love it. This is the first 2-inch that I've ever really liked on 2S. I am running it on 2S. I never liked 2S quads. The last 2S quad I had was basically my first quad I ever owned, which was a Blade 200QX. And it was fast, but that thing had like 4-inch props. When you got 2-inch props on 2S, you're not getting a lot of power. There is a lot of people that like, you know, 2-inch and 2S, and people are probably going to hate on me and say comments and shit, you know, but I'm just talking about my personal preference, what I like, you know, and I've flown 2 inches with 2S, and I did not like it. I sold every quad that I had that I made like that. It just was not enough power for me. I like to have that punch. I like to do big old punch outs and flip upside down and just hang there, you know, and I wasn't getting that. This was the first quad that I was able to do that with. And I'm using these Tattoo 652 cells. These are perfect for this setup, because since these are so high kV, they kind of drain batteries fast, you know, so the 450s weren't going to do it. And with these, it just works out perfectly. It's not too heavy. The motors don't get hot at all, and the battery, the most important thing is the battery doesn't get hot at all. It doesn't even get warm after I'm done flying, so that's good. And I get like between 3.5 and 4 minutes flight, which is good, you know, better than good. So let's see, what else could I say about it? So just like every other Tomo frame, this thing is just designed perfectly, you know. I mean, just look at where the VTX03 goes. It sits right up under the top plate. Plenty of room. It doesn't look like there's room because there's just a bunch of wires in there just kind of hanging out. If I were to push them down, though, you would see that there's probably like a good 10 millimeters of space in there that I could still add stuff in. So it's not like it's a tight build. It's definitely not a tight build. Another thing to note, and you won't be able to see right now because of how I have my battery non-skid little piece here. If I was to pull this up, you would see, well, you can kind of see there's still a little space right there. It's because these are kind of slots instead of just holes, so you can move the whole entire stack back or forward depending on where you want it at or need it. And in my case, the 4-in-1 was so close, it was actually touching the standoff with it pushed forward, so I had to push it back. And you can see it's not all the way back because there's still that little, about a millimeter of space there. I could still go back further. And actually I probably am going to move it back because I'm looking at it right now and it looks awfully close to that standoff. And I don't actually know if, you know, the motor wire touching the standoff would even, well, yeah, it would actually. It would do something. It would ground out because, you know, the standoff is touching the carbon. So, yeah, plenty of room in there. I don't know what you would need room else for. I mean, you got your 4-in-1 and then your FC and then your receiver. Where's my receiver? I think oh, mine's on the bottom. Yeah, mine's under the 4-in-1, so you could have it up here, no problem. I mean, you could use any size receiver you wanted in here and it wouldn't be no problem because of how much room there is. You got plenty of room, especially if you were to move the stack all the way back. I don't know if you can see in there or not, but the connector for the Swift Micro, it's totally clearing the stack. So I could go up as far as this thing would let me, and if I took this thing off, then I could go up as far as I wanted all the way up here, you know, do like a 90-degree angle almost probably. It'd probably go like, I don't know, 65, 70 degrees, something like that, farther than I would ever want it, you know. I mean, if you look at my angle that I use, that's probably what, like a 25 maybe or something, 25, 30. I don't use that high of an angle because I use such a wide angle lens, you know. So, sorry, I'm just responding to a message real quick. My XBL2 shipped. I sold my XBL2 a while back, but I didn't sell it because I didn't like it, so I got another one on the way. I love that thing. What else can I say? Well, I can check the weight for you guys. As Stu would say, take your bets. Let's see what we got here. 82, just like I thought it was. And I even added those two zip ties and it didn't even go up a gram. 82 with no battery. Now let's see what it is with the Tattoo 2S 650 milliamp hour. 119, 120. Yep, 119. So that's I don't know. That's a little bit heavy to me. I think. Well, let's check. I don't remember what my my Eclair weighed. $82, 102, so 20 grams more. Yeah, so that is heavy. Not too heavy, but it's on the hefty side. I mean, if that Eclair is only 20 grams heavier and it has 1106s and 2.5-inch props, you know, I mean. So, I don't think I said, but you do not get this in the kit. But you do get the 4 feet and the antenna holder. And if you don't know, you'll find out too late when you go to put your VTX03 in. What you have to do is you have to remove this antenna from the VTX03, then put this little antenna piece on the antenna holder, then stick the antenna through the top plate. You can see on the bottom I had to cut mine out because I wasn't about to take it all apart and pull the antenna out again just to be able to push it through this plastic piece. So if you don't want to have to do that, then like I said, just take the antenna off the VTX03, mount the VTX03 up underneath the top plate, put this plastic antenna holder piece on, and then push the antenna through this hole through the top, and then hook it back up to your VTX03. And then you just stick a little tiny piece of heat shrink over the connector, and it'll never come off until you want it to. That's the best thing about using a little piece of heat shrink, is it'll never come off. But then if you need it to come off, all you have to do is just cut it real quick with a razor blade or something, you know, and it comes right off. So enough rambling. This thing is just awesome. I'm definitely keeping this thing. It's a keeper. I couldn't decide between this and the Little Predator, so I just went with this. I don't know if I'm going to do a Little Predator or not. I'm definitely going to be doing a Sonic 2.5, and I might also do what was the other one? I started buying some FPV t-shirts. Let's see, I'm definitely gonna do the Pulsar. That thing's pretty awesome. I have all the parts already for one, except for props. I'm definitely doing the Sonic 2.5, and then I'll probably do the UL3, but I'm not sure yet. I don't know. I mean, if I was gonna do another 3-inch, I would just do a CSX, because I just love that thing so much. I'm not gonna do any more 2-inch though. One 2-inch is enough for me. I mean, I'm a 2.5-inch guy. That's just what I like. That's what I want. That's what I love. The Predator was a 3-inch, and it was awesome, but I was getting the same exact performance out of a 2.5-inch that was smaller, you know. I mean, well, I can't say that for the Predator is only 115 millimeter, and the CS110, let's say, is 110, so it's only 5 millimeters bigger, and you're going up another 1/2 inch in props. But it just felt bigger. I mean, especially with the props on. When you got 3-inch props on your frame, you know, it just makes it so much bigger. It makes it look bigger and everything. So, yeah, 2.5 inches where it's at for me. I love the Eclair, and I'm sure I'll love the Sonic 2.5. It looks awesome. Can't wait till it comes out. And I can't say enough good stuff about the Mikro 2. It's just awesome. It's definitely one to have in the collection. So get yourself one. Alright, thanks for watching.